Hi Earthlings, I'm Trice. Are you tired of never having enough money? Do you work hard but there never seems to be enough loot in your bank account? Well, fear not, those days are over. I'm going to show you the law of attraction superpower that all billionaires harness to make more money flow to them easily. So if that sounds good to you, keep on watching. What is the number one secret that allows billionaires to amass their fortune? If you said their greed, that's a money block. It is a power that we all have. I don't care if you're living in Calcutta, Timbuktu, or New York City, we all have it.
And it's the power of focus.
Where are you placing your focus? If you have abundance all around you, your focus is on attracting abundance. If you're swimming in lack, your focus is on the lack. Think about it for a second. Pick any object. The bed you're watching this on. How did it get there? You focused on getting that bed, and then it magically appeared. That's a small, teeny metaphor for how everything gets here. Now you might be saying, Trice, hold up. You're saying the only reason I have an empty bank account is because that's where I'm putting my focus? And yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I know it can feel really crappy. But this video is inspired by my best friend. Recently, there has been a change in New York City laws. And overnight, the way he collected his money, he's a real estate agent, by charging the client, is no longer possible. It's now illegal. It's like doomsday in the office. He's a young father of one with a stay-at-home wife and has limited runway of savings before he feels like he's going to fall off a cliff.
Do you know this feeling?
I just want to help him so much. And I know the only way things can possibly get better is if he shifts his focus from that show and focuses on what he wants. More clients, more money to roll in. So if you are looking at your bank account and it is constantly empty, ask yourself, what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on seeing all the lack around you? I never have enough money to pay my bills. This business venture didn't work out. Boss is mean and doesn't love me and gave me a pathetic raise. Is this the movie that you keep playing over and over in your head? Now, shifting your focus is freakishly hard to do because of this universal thing. But I'm gonna show you how to remove it and use your focus like a billionaire. So why is it not so simple to know what to focus on? Because your mind is hijacked by this four-letter word called fear. It's universal. Anytime we're trying to expand out of our current comfort zone and attract more abundance into our life, fear starts creeping in. I'm manifesting $1 million income stream. And back in November, one of my videos started going viral and I was dancing and celebrating, and then fear struck in and totally clouded my judgment and hid from me even things that I knew to be absolute truth. Have you ever experienced that before? Like if you've had a presentation that you had to give, but all of a sudden your mind just forgot the words even though you practiced it before? That's a natural state of our human condition. That when we start feeling afraid, parts of our mind shut down to protect ourselves. And this is why oftentimes you have to lose what you've got in order for the fear to subside. Have you ever been like, oh, I'm flush with money, and then a life event will pop up and take it out of your hand, and this proverbial roller coaster of having versus not having continues? That's because this sneaky face of fear is trying to keep you safe, or said another way, in your comfort zone. And when you reach for more abundance, it puts its death grip on you, so you revert back to your little comfortable zone. And that's just human conditioning. Back in the day, it was very, very important, not just to run off into the wilderness by yourself. Bye guys! No, you wanted to stick with the tribe. You wanted to stay in that comfort zone where everybody else was. And that's why we have it. It can be a helpful tool. And only awareness will show you how it also can be a prison. How can you shake this death grip of fear before losing everything and starting back all over on the roller coaster ride? By shifting the context and seeing it in a new light. For example, imagine you were face to face with a lion. Would that be freaky? If you were out in the jungle, it'd be freaky as hell. But if you were at the Bronx Zoo, you might think, oh, what a beautiful, majestic animal. You see how the context is very different? Where you see the lion makes all the difference in the world. And you, with your consciousness, have that superpower to do that on your abundance manifestation. So for me, when I had this opportunity of this viral video going, and my judgment was so clouded that I couldn't even see the knowledge that I knew. In YouTube, they say, when something's working, just keep doing more of that. And I was so consumed about messing it up, I forgot that important piece of information and started doing all new arbitrary things. How to manifest your dream career, how to feng shui your wallet, which is very fun. For me, the only way that I got out of it was for the views to plummet, to go back to that place where I had nothing to lose. But from there, instead of saying, oh, what a failure, how could you just not see the frickin' obvious, and just start flogging myself, do you do that? I shifted the context and I said, oh my gosh, I am the luckiest lady in the entire universe. I just found an invisible, hidden from me for an entire lifetime money block. I had a scarcity mindset only because I had started manifesting this $1 million a year manifestation, and that's 10 times more than I make. That largeness of the number popped it into bright light. That was the only thing that did it. And so of course I started feng shuiing my house for abundance and manifested $15,000 of unexpected money, and another video started going viral. So it can shift and it can shift fast, but in order to be able to shift the context easily, you really have to do this one thing or else it's almost impossible. Here's the magic secret to making shifting the context so much easier. And it's accepting where you are. Surrender, accept, embrace the current circumstance. And this is a little hard for us humans to do because we're afraid we're gonna get stuck there. The hard part is we've been taught exactly to do the opposite, that that's quitting. It is not quitting. Do I look like a quitter? I am going to leave all this life inside me on the playing field. I do not quit. But surrendering or accepting where you are will allow you to move forward in the direction of your dreams so much faster, because you're not burning up all that precious prana, that precious life force inside of you with a fight. The universe wants you to have everything that you desire, and it wants you to have it easily. It wants it to flow to you. Think of your abundance as a river of wealth that flows to you. So if you feel like you're fighting and you're not getting the money that you want, and you take a peek in your bank account and it looks all red and icky, accept it. Surrender to this moment, and that will allow you to shift the context so much faster. So now that the fear is gone, how the heck do you know what to focus on? First, I make sure and check in with how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling in a murderous rage and that nothing is working out for me, I know I gotta flip that vibe before I ask the universe this question. What is the one thing that I could do that would make everything else easier? Ease is part of abundance. You cannot get all your wishes and dreams in the world when you're feeling stressed out of your mind. And I'm going to show you quickly how this trips a lot of people up. A lot of my clients want to start side businesses or little hustles, and they really get deep in the details. They're like, okay, I need a website, and now I need a logo. And I say, hold up. What is the one thing that would make everything else easier in your business? And the answer is pretty much universal for every business, and that would be more sales. More sales allows you to outsource somebody building your website, allows you to outsource somebody designing your logo. So the focus really for most business starters would be, How do I get sales? Now, this is exactly the opposite of where most people start. Most people are like, Trice, I want a budget of $100 for a logo. And I'm like, forget the logo. The company might change before the logo is even necessary. Let's see if you have a viable product first before you invest any more money in it. And every billionaire does it. You know how Jeff Bezos became so damn rich? Because he focused on one thing. In 1995, the internet was just emerging. Now, did he try to sell dresses or financial services online? No, he decided to sell books. Something that somebody didn't have to look at, they didn't have to try on, they didn't have to feel with their own hands. Everybody knows what a book looks like. And then he just focused on one other thing as he expanded his empire. Ease of purchasing. Make it easy. Make it easy to purchase. Make it easy to buy. And when you look at Amazon, they do those things so insanely well that you find that after a couple glasses of wine at night, you've been purchasing stuff on Amazon all night. And that's how, if you harness this billionaire trick, you will become a baby billionaire yourself, or at least somewhere in the hemisphere. Earthling, if you're still watching, hit subscribe because I would love to have you along for the ride. And until next time, ciao.